All right, it's me again, everyone. All right, so as y'all preparing, your hearts for offering, I'm just gonna give you some encouraging words to help you, you know, this week, today, a month from now, years, whenever you need it. So yesterday, I'm going about my day, and then, God kind of gave me this word that fell in my spirit. He gave me weight, right? And I don't know, I know why he gave it to me, because, for me to encourage you today. And also because, Pastor came to me yesterday, last night, and was like, oh, you're going to be like the mistress of ceremony. And I was just like, oh, okay, let's do this. And I guess that's why I'm so kind of nervous at the moment, or jittery, But yeah, so the word for today is wait. Right? And I came across this quote on social media, and it says, if it's meant for me, I will have it. If it's not, I'm prepared to receive something better. All right. And so then I came across Ecclesiastes 7 and 8, and it says, the end of something is better than its beginning. Patience is better than pride. All right. So why do you need to wait? Right? It helps us to analyze things and situations beyond its value. Okay? It helps you to keep the ability it says it helps you to keep the ability to keep smiling despite what's going on around you. Right? All right, so I'm gonna give you the definition of patience, because that's kind of what wait is. It is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. Right? So that's whether you want this car or this house or this job or whatever you want, but God isn't allowing you to get that what you want, right? And so you're like, God, why I can't have this? He's basically saying, wait, right? He doesn't want you to have it right then and there because of what, I guess you could say, maybe he's, preparing you for later on, right? So kind of like me, I wanted to have graduated within 3-4 years, but I wouldn't have experienced things in college that I needed to. So he gave me, a couple more years than I had wanted to, right? And but I'm glad that he did, because when he did, even though it was a pandemic, I wound up getting this internship at school that I'm working at now. And right after the internship, I got the job. So he was preparing me, he didn't want me, I guess sitting around the house for a long period of time. And my mom so what are you going to do next? And then I'll be well, I don't know. So, yeah. And, I was able to get a car, like all that. So, so it's true meaning, right? It is attributed to both God and man, and is related to mercy and compassion. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all some examples of, some people in the Bible that waited. They had patience. All right. So some examples include Job. He trusted God with everything that went on. He lost everything, but he waited till God blessed him with even more than he could ever ask for. Mary, there was a wine shortage at the wedding. God was there. She was patient, and he blessed her, or like blessed the people with more wine. Noah, there was a 40-day, 40-night on the ark, and then he spent 120 years. Can you imagine spending 120 years building an ark and everybody telling you, oh, why are you doing this? Like, you crazy. But he waited, he was patient, and then him and his family was blessed to, live on.
Amen.
Sarah and Abraham, they waited on their promised child. I mean, everybody knows that. Esther allowed God to guide her, and, she trusted his perfect timing, right? Daniel, he was prayerful. He didn't lash out. He waited on God to help him out of the lion's den. This weird one I came across, Hosea, he married a prostitute, right? But
it is weird.
Yeah, it is. But the example was like, love is patient, And I was like, that's why you put that in my spirit. Okay. So, Joseph, he was sold to slavery, then became king of Egypt. Jacob, he waited to have married Rebecca. Moses, he waited 40 years to see the promised land. And Hannah, she was taunted by her husband's second wife because she couldn't have any children. But then God blessed her with 6 children.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And the 2 ones that basically show patience and, everything, Jesus and God, y'all. Jesus, that's all he showed through his salvation. And God, he patient with us every day. Every day. All right. So
yes, you do.
Yes. I'm gonna give you 5 strategies to increase your patience, y'all. All right. So number 1, take the long view when making decisions. Don't be okay, I'm gonna just do this right now. You don't know the consequences behind that decision. So ask questions like, how will this benefit me in 2 to 5 years? Or weigh out your pros and cons. Number 2, become a listener. Be open-minded. It's hard to listen to others when you're impatient or have your mind made up. Okay? Number 3, accept what you can't change. I mean, God allowed it to happen. Number 4, look to God always. That's all I can say. Just look to God. And number 5, focus on the small wins. God wake you up every day.
Yes.
He provide, food, shelter, get you from point A to point B. Even though that one thing that you wanted to happen didn't happen, but look at all the other stuff. That's all I can say. But that is it. That is the word of the day. Wait, patience. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Hope